Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Super Nitro Series racing. We were having a bit of an issue because I accidentally messed up putting up the session for race one, but we will be racing here shortly. Gonna switch over sim side, and you can see practice underway for race one at Talladega. Okay, here we go. Getting ready to get things under control. Was having to deal with a couple issues, but we are ready to go racing now. Got a couple minutes left on the clock in practice. Going to let everyone have a chance to file into the session due to me messing up the first session. So going to let the clock run out. Looking at the cars on track, you got Wyatt Blair in the number 73 machine. Looking through some of the other cars in the field. Carson Freeman in that nice Ford truck. Rob Rigel. Connor Tarr. Aiden Howard. Decent field for race one here, all things considered. So we will get qualifying underway shortly. Apologize to everybody for the stream being delayed. I accidentally set the first race to be a multi-class race, so we would have each truck as its own class, which is not what I wanted to do. So I had to go through and rebuy another session, so that's why we're about a half hour late, because I couldn't figure out how to get everything working. But we're ready to go racing now. Looking at Nathan Barrows working his way onto the track in that number 90 machine. Let's see who else we got. We got Aaron May sitting on pit road in that iRacing number 10. Also got Ricky Madonka in the number 46. So a minute and a half remaining in the practice. Gonna give a chance for any last couple people to get into the session. So race 1 here from Talladega. Going to be 25 laps of action, a maximum of 35 drivers in the field. No fast repairs, 2 sets of tires. Going to be a great way to start off tonight. Got some good racing. Do have the opportunity for a race 4 if we hit 20 likes on the live stream. So be sure to like the stream if you want to see some more action. Less than a minute remaining in the practice. Looking around, got a couple guys still on the track. And here we go. So 21 drivers in the session and qualifying about to begin. See, I already got some cars on track. You see the 09 of Elliott Condra and the EPI machine. Getting ready for his qualifying lap. So here we go. Condra working his way around the apron. We'll stay on him for a while. See his first qualifying lap. Maybe switch to some other drivers. About 21 drivers in the field, like I said before. Still got viewers filing into the chat. A lot of approaches to Super Speedway qualifying. Some guys cheese, some guys just make sure to run the bottom. All varying levels of success. Condra heading to his first lap. Let's see, we got any other drivers. We got Blair working his way around the top line, getting ready to set up his lap. You got Barrow's already on his lap. Connor Tarr in that number 48 Jimmy Johnson throwback. Shibota in the number 32 Cummins car. With, I believe, a logo that is not facing the right direction. And Connor Tarr goes to the top of the board. First one to complete his second lap. And there we go. A couple guys trading positions. Actually, I was the first guy to finish his first lap. My mistake there. Now, everyone on their fast lap, you really want to set up the first lap by running the top side and then get down to the bottom to really squeeze out as much time as you possibly can. Condra working his way through 3 and 4. Barrows back to the top of the board with a 54.906 second lap. Condra working his way out of turn 4. Gonna cut the tri-oval. And he's gonna be third on the board. And here we go, getting ready to go racing for race 1 of tonight's Super Nitro. Been doing a lot of Nitro lately. Very happy to see how the series is growing. Ready to put on another good show tonight. And there we go. Ready for everyone to get on the grid. 20 drivers remaining in the session for race 1. Pretty full field for the first race of the night. We will be back with 2 more that are guaranteed, but a chance of race 4 if we hit 20 likes on the stream. And here we go. Ready to go racing. Everyone working their way onto the grid. See Nathan Burrows on point with Dylan Dreiling to his outside. You got the number 44 of Patrick Connell to the inside of row 2, and Elliot Condra to the outside of him. In the 5th position, you have Benjamin Shibota with Austin Mitchell to his outside. In 7th, there's Rob Ridgel in the number 51 machine with Wyatt Blair to the outside of him in 8th. In the 9th position, we have Blair Johnson with Connor Tarr in 10th. 11th is Cameron Face. 12th is Jackson Buys. 13th is Dylan Herviton. 14th is Aaron May. 15th is the number 55 of Aiden Howard. 16th is Landon Gentry. 17th is Ricky Madonka. 18th is Carson Freeman. And 19th is Xavier Dawkins Batiste. So 19 cars on the grid. The field working their way around the track behind the pace car. Getting ready to turn them loose for race 1. 25 lapper to start the night. A relatively short race if it does go green, which, given the driving we have in here, highly unlikely. Going to Arca, Kansas for race 2. And then for race 3, we put up a vote in the Discord server. If you're not a part of the Discord server and want to race or pick the race, we had 3 options up, and we had the drivers vote on which one they would like to do. So be sure to join the Discord. There's a link in the description for that. Gonna be fun to get the drivers' input on what they want, which, looking at the vote now, I believe that Car of Tomorrow Talladega is winning with 18 of the 31 votes. So a pretty lopsided affair currently. In the meantime, we have the field heading off of turn 4 behind the pace car. The pace car makes the hard left on a pit road. Barrows to the inside, dryling to the outside, into the tri-oval. Getting ready to lead the field to green. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are racing at Talladega. Clean start from the front 4 rows. Everyone nose to tail. Trying to get as organized as possible into turn 1. One car dropping to the back of the field. I believe that was Johnson. That was Johnson. Seems to be a strategic decision out of him to go to the back. The field working their way off of turn 2. Relatively calm start to this race. Although we do have a couple cars trying to form the 3rd lane. Led by the number 33. Actually, 2 33s. Jackson Buys and Landon Gentry leading that outside lane. And here we go. 3 wide through the field. Gonna be 4 wide in the middle of the pack. A couple cars disagreeing on which lane they want to be in. A little bit of contact out of the 48 and the 44 cars. I think we're going to keep it clean here. And the 48 able to finally get down in line on the bottom. And Austin Mitchell has control of the field. Driving that Cowbush tribute truck. Dreiling wants to get to the lead. Looks to the inside. Mitchell throws a block. Contact behind, and Patrick Connell is airborne. Connell took a hit and a half coming out of turn 2, went flying into the air. Another car was airborne. I believe that was Gentry, and we are under caution for the first time tonight on lap number 2. Gonna have to take a look at the replay. Not exactly sure what happened there, but that was a horrible looking accident. Had that 44 machine on top of the safer barrier for a moment. Taking a look at the replay, he just gets hooked by his own teammate, the 80 of Cameron Face, gets hit by Condra and goes flying upside down into the catch fence, and then the 33 of Gentry takes a hit as well. Trying to find him. Yeah, right there. Just goes flying through the air. So 2 cars airborne in the first crash of the night. Not what we were looking for to start this one. As you see, going back live, we got cars limping their way to the pit lane. Mitchell still has control as we are under caution for the first time tonight. Multiple trucks involved. Looking at the pit lane, you got a couple takers. Everyone should have one fast repair. So they should all be in contention. Well, working our way through 1 and 2 under yellow. Actually, we might not have fast repairs enabled for this race if this many guys are still sitting on pit road with heavy damage. So you would think Connell would take it immediately with how hard he hit the wall. Well, working our way around a complete lap number 5. Still a lot of trucks left in this race. Well, there's several with significant damage. The end of the tri-oval we go. I think it's going to be 1 to green this time by, so we will get back to racing shortly. And there are no fast repairs. Well, the field heading down the back straightaway, getting ready to go back green. Going to be 20 laps to go at the line. A lot of time left for these guys to make their way through the field. Was some good 3-wide racing before Connell got out of control. Just looked like a bad push from his teammate that caused all that. So Austin Mitchell going to lead us to green. Dylan Dreiling to his outside, and Nathan Barrows in third. Also got Jackson Buys in the 4th position. Buys behind the wheel of one of several 33 cars in this race. The field heading into the tri-oval. The pace car pulls off. Mitchell leading the field to green. And the green flag is back out of the air. Looks like a good start from that bottom lane. Mitchell still has control, but Dreiling is right there on his door. That top line is not organized, though. Buys trying to get to the bumper of Dreiling to give him a shot. One car getting shuffled behind them. That's in the 48 of Tar. Still side by side down the back straightaway. And Dylan Dreiling going to get clear for the lead with help from Jackson Buys. Buys by himself, has Hervington coming to give him a shove. They're going to try to stay up there on that outside lane, but the bottom has the advantage with 4 cars to 2 at the front. The rest of the field's starting to come back into it, and Cameron Face very aggressive with the pushing on Barrows, and he's going to jump ship and go to the top lane. Side by side through the field. No 3 wide at this point, just 2 by 2. A little bit of a bad push in the back. Going to get Wyatt Blair out of control. He's able to save it. The field a lot more spread out towards the back half of the field. We've got to wonder if some of these guys are just riding around. And Hervington getting a huge push from Cameron Face, and that's going to get Jackson Buys to the lead. Also got the 55 of Aiden Howard in that line. They're going to get shuffled out, Howard and Face, as Hervington and Buys go to the bottom of the track. And Cameron Face getting shuffled out through the sucker hole in the middle of the pack. Contact, 1 car around. That's Aiden Howard. Going to be a single car incident. We will keep it green. Buys still has control. Cameron Face with an aggressive move to the bottom and a huge block by Dylan Dreiling. More contact through the field, and Cameron Face goes to the inside. I believe Austin Mitchell got into the wall there in 1 and 2. Now the field very spread out, starting to come back together as we head into turn 3. Buys trying to block both lanes at once, and not going to be able to hold off Cameron Face, who has help from Hervington on the bottom. Side by side for the lead, coming around to complete lap number 8 of 25. Buys having a little bit of an advantage through 1 and 2. These guys are being very aggressive with the pushes at the front. Dreiling tries to make a move. Buys blocks him once and twice and gets him into the wall. Dawkins Batiste going to give a huge push to the back end of Dreiling, and he's not going to lose much momentum. Being very aggressive for the lead. Buys just does not want to give it up. Going to throw some more blocks. Cameron Face gets to his inside. Nearly make contact coming off of the corner. Hervington tries to take it 3 wide. Gets a block thrown on him. Contact being made. Jackson Buys throwing some of the most insane blocks I've ever seen. Dreiling and Blair going to make some contact. Face trying to get to the lead, but Hervington gives Buys a push. We got Batiste by himself on the top side. Hervington looks to the inside. Gets to the right rear, or to the left rear quarter panel of Buys. Gonna give him a little bit of a side draft. Cameron Face comes to give him help. Hervington now has control. Buys goes up to block Dreiling, who has none of it. Tries to take him 3 wide. And Buys all the way back to the 3rd position. Just wasn't able to hold on to the lead despite throwing all those blocks. Gonna have help from Batiste. Gonna get his momentum back and immediately jumps to the top side. Batiste gonna go with him. They're gonna try to get back to the lead. Dreiling forming a run as well. He's gonna get into the back end of Batiste. Batiste goes to the inside, but Buys throws a huge block. Now he's gonna run him up the track. Jackson Buys being very aggressive with the blocking. A little bit of contact between Barrows and Face behind them. And you got 1 car up the track. I think that's Madonka and Johnson both trying to form the 3rd lane. Batiste clears himself very tight to get to the lead in turn 3. And now we're 3 wide through the lead pack. And Batiste gonna block Hervington up the track. Just everyone throwing haymakers through the field. And still 3 wide. Hervington has the advantage. Help from the top lane. But Madonka and Dreiling going to make it 3 wide. They're both trying to get to the lead. They have a little bit of a breakaway from the cars behind. Madonka has the advantage for the moment. Going to get help from Batiste. And Cameron Face is off of the track. All the way down on the apron, down the back straightaway. Still 3 wide at the front of the field. Dreiling going to try to clear himself from the bottom. Able to get there by a very narrow margin. He has control of this snarling pack of trucks. Madonka makes contact. Herviton nearly goes into the wall. Wyatt Blair not on the track. Things a little bit more calmed down for at least the front 2 cars as Madonka and Dreiling get single file. Not going to stay that way for long with the way these guys have been driving. Batiste gets to the rear end of Madonka. He's going to try to give him a push to the lead. Dreiling throws the block on Madonka, comes back down to block Batiste, and a huge run coming from Jackson Buys and Cameron Face. Madonka to the lead. Buys behind, and Cameron Face with them as well. Face and Madonka go to the bottom of the track, and Madonka has the lead. Some incredible super speedway racing that we are witnessing so far tonight. Everyone taking every run they can get. Buys all over the rear end of Madonka. Cameron Face trying to lead the bottom lane back to the front. Looks like we're at a bit of a stalemate through the tri-oval that time. Neither lane with a clear advantage. Still side by side. Face with a slight lead. Dreiling actually going to get clear. 2 tracks clear. Dreiling goes topside. Face throws the block. Buys going to try to take it 3 wide for second. Dreiling has control with Madonka behind him. Face having to regroup and get the bottom lane rolling again. Madonka goes down to the bottom to get inside of Dreiling, and he's going to try to take the lead back. Side by side at the front of the field once again. Madonka has a little bit of an advantage, but Jackson Buys being very aggressive with the pushing all over the rear bumper of Dreiling's number 83 machine. Side by side throughout this lead pack. It's been about the top 7 or 8 cars just all over the place at the front. Looks like the bottom lane gets a little disorganized. That's going to give the top an advantage. And Buys goes to the top side. Herviton goes to the bottom. They're going to split Dreiling 3 wide. Face has the lead. Going to get a shot from Herviton. They're going to get ahead. Now everybody running the middle lane through 3 and 4. Batiste to the inside of Barrows, and that's going to make it 3 wide for the 4th position. And more cars coming into it. You have the 48, the 10, the 51, and the other 33 driven by Gentry. They're trying to make their way to the front. Or actually, that's Shibota and the 32 in the background there. And here we go. 3-truck breakaway at the front, but they are making moves behind. Only 10 laps remaining from Talladega. One truck getting into the wall behind them. Able to keep it straight. Actually, a large breakaway here. Mostly single file through the first 5 or 6 trucks in line. Only got 2 on the top. Everyone just trying to get back together and form up the lead pack again. And as I say that, we got some tandem drafting going. We got Dreiling to the outside with help from Barrows. Herviton and Face working that bottom lane. These guys at the front get side by side. It's only going to be a matter of time before the rest of the field catches them. Herviton going to ditch Face down the back straightaway. Tries to take it to the outside. Doesn't have the momentum. And that's really going to hurt their momentum. Dreiling and Barrows clear by a couple of truck lengths. As we head into turn 4, going to be coming to 8 laps to go. Barrows pushing Dreiling as hard as he can to try to maintain that gap they have on the rest of the field, but it's not going to mean anything because Batiste and Cameron Face have a huge head of steam out of the tri-oval. They're going to get side by side, and the 80 about to get clear for the lead. And just like that, the lead pack forms up again, and Cameron Face to the lead. 2x2 coming off of turn 2. This is the pack reforms. And Aaron May throwing his name into the mix. Third in line on the top side. Batiste has the lead. Buys in second and May in third on the top. Face getting a push from Dreiling, trying to rebuild his momentum. Johnson looks to the top side. He's not going to have any success up there. Contact between the first two trucks in the field. They're able to keep it straight, and we're coming to 7 laps to go. Buys shown early in this race. He's not afraid to throw a block. It's going to be really hard to get around him. May giving him a huge shot. Going to try to go to the top. Buys throws the block. That's going to shuffle May out to the third lane. And he's going to fall back deep in the field. Looked like Wyatt Blair thought about giving him some help, but just didn't quite go with him. May all the way back to the deep in the field. Meanwhile, Batiste gets a push shot from Cameron Face. He's going to be side by side with Buys. They make contact into turn 3, and we're side by side. Johnson tries to take it 3, not able to get anywhere. Buys has a run, gets to the outside of Batiste again. They're fighting hard for the lead. Batiste gets a bad push. He's going to slide, giving up a couple spots. And contact behind. Batiste is around, and that is the rest of the field. It's going to be Batiste, Barrows. Thought I saw Wyatt Blair spinning out. Blair driving through the grass. Looks like Aaron May got through unscathed, but what happened behind? The 51 of Rigel, I believe, also involved. Given the way they were racing, I'm surprised that didn't go wrong sooner. Gonna take a look at the replay, see it already happened there. Oh, looks like Dreiling tries to go to the middle lane and Barrows is already there. Gets him sideways. Batiste just an innocent bystander and then nowhere to go for everyone behind. You see Tar gets involved. Johnson makes contact as well. Really not a whole lot these guys could do. Wyatt Blair taking evasive action all the way down to the inside. You also got Aaron May with an aggressively on the brakes trying to avoid it. Actually, let's ride on board with Aaron May. Let's see what he saw for this wreck. See, it all just gets out of control in front of him. Nearly got hit by the 5 of Johnson. Good evasive action out of Aaron May. As we go back live, several cars on pit lane trying to fix their damage. Believe that's going to take Batiste out of contention due to the lack of fast repairs for this one. Which wasn't supposed to have was supposed to have one fast repair. Accidentally forgot to add it to the session. Well, here we go. Only 5 laps remaining. Under caution for the second time tonight. I believe this may take us to overtime. Which, if you are new here, for overtime, we get 2 attempts. On the first attempt, a caution will be thrown if there is a crash before we get the white flag. And on the second attempt, no yellow will be thrown regardless of what happens, as it is a sudden death overtime. Meaning there could be the entire field destroyed coming off of turn 4 to take the white flag on the second one, and we'll still keep it green to let it play out naturally. A very intense race to start off tonight. A lot of haymakers being thrown. Only about 5 cars on track. Everyone else on pit road either fixing damage or getting tires. Batiste out of contention. Howard a couple laps down. He will get waved around. Might be able to get back into contention here. Looks like his truck is mostly clean. Condra's still sitting in the pit lane 18 laps down. I don't think he has a shot to get this one. So Jackson Buys leading us under caution. About ready to get going back green. I don't think this race is long enough for fuel to become a factor, so we're good in that department. Buys has been looking like the favorite to win this race so far. Very aggressive moves being made by him, but they've somehow made all of them work. Get very close to destroying the field several times already tonight. Well, here we go. The field getting 2 by 2. As we're ready to head down the back stretch, getting ready to go green. Got the lapped car flying by the screen. Says Howard, it's actually, I was mistaken earlier. He is 9 laps down, so most likely not going to have enough time to make up those laps he's behind. So all the way back to Ridgel, actually back to Barrows, so 11 cars I can see still in contention. So 13 still on the track, so there are 13 cars that definitely have a chance to win this race. Which, this is a natural green-white checker, not an overtime. We're able to get it back green before we overran the advertised distance for race number 1. Bai is going to lead the field to green on the inside. He has Hervit to his outside and Madonka behind. The pace car making the turn onto pit lane. Into the trioval we go. Who's going to win race number 1 of tonight's Super Nitro? Into the restart zone. Green flag is out. Bai's waited pretty deep into the zone to actually get rolling. Herviton with a great jump on the outside lane. Able to get clear of the bottom, and he has control of the race, heading into turns 1 and 2. Side by side behind him, Bai's trying to build a run. Gonna get a push from Madonka. Does he go to the outside? May makes it 3 wide. Face tries to throw a block. May was already there. Madonka hard into the rear end of the number 67 machine of Herviton. They're gonna be side by side. Herviton has control. You got Wyatt Blair third in line on the bottom. Haven't seen him much at the front. Madonka to the outside. And we're going to be side by side for the lead coming off of turn 4. Madonka to the lead. Into the trioval we go, and only going to be one more time around. And we take the white flag. Aaron May to the inside. Doesn't have any help down there. Most of the momentum up on the top. Got the 55 of Howard throwing his name into the mix, although he is several laps down. Buys to the outside. Madonka is going to give him a side draft, and Austin Mitchell behind. Howard gives Buys a push. Does anyone have anything to get around those two? Dylan Dreiling to the top side. Madonka tries to slot into line. They're going to try to build a run. Can they get around the number 33 machine for the win? Dreiling goes to the top side. Howard goes down to block. Dreiling to the outside as well. We're going to be side by side at the line, and Jackson Buys is going to get it done in race number 1 at Talladega. And they wreck behind him. Got him by about 2/100ths of a second. Very close finish to start off tonight. So Jackson Buys is going to get his first win in what I believe is his first Nitro start. What a finish. There was a lot going on there through the field. Gonna have to see if we can get Buys up here for an interview. As he's working his way through the tri-oval, getting ready to do his victory celebration. Our top 3, according to timing and scoring, are Jackson Buys, Dylan Dreiling, and Wyatt Blair. Definitely interesting how that finish played out with the 55 of Howard playing interference. Not sure what he was trying to accomplish there. And Jackson Buys doing his victory burnout for his first Super Nitro victory. And burning it down on the start-finish line. An incredible way to start off tonight's Super Nitro Racing. So we're going to see if we can get Buys up here in the booth for an interview. An incredible drive out of that 33 truck. Total chaos throughout the field. And we're going to get Jackson Buys up into the booth. Well, it's LDogg in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got a copy.
That was some incredible and, I'm going to say, just downright reckless driving out of you to get the win there. Congratulations on your first Super Nitro win. What'd you think about that race?
Well, some buddies told me to hop in it, and I mean, plate racing is kind of what I specialize on the sim, but I mean, I run other stuff, and I mean, other than that, I had one goal: stay at the front the whole time, and I kind of made a few drivers upset towards the middle part of the race and got sent to the back with no help. So able to get back up there late, and I mean, Aiden had a drive through the field to come up there and help me for the most part on the white flag.
Oh, so Aiden was playing interference. I was looking at my timing and scoring, and I was like, wait, he's 9 laps down. What is he doing?
Yeah, under caution, I was like, Aiden, you wanna get back out there and help me a little bit?
Well, that was a very close finish. That was incredible to watch. I mean, that was the most edge of my seat I've been watching a race in the booth in a long time. Well, congratulations
Um,
on. I'm sorry.
nah, you can go. You can go.
Congratulations on your first win. Do you have anyone you'd like to shout out on the live stream?
Um, Shout out to y'all for putting up the sim. Shout out to my buddies for telling me to run this race. Shout out from the help from them. Shout out to all the drivers. Shout out to everyone watching. Uh, Thank you to my family for putting me on the sim. Shout out to my grandmother who likes to watch my races, and shout out to Caitlin.
Well, we're going to be working on getting race number 2 up. It's going to be Arca, Kansas. Are you going to participate in that?
Yeah, I'll participate. I'll try to go back to back.
It's our first time doing that track, but in my experience, it is very fun to do, especially with the just the way the Arca cars drive is fun because it's like a mini super speedway everywhere they go.
Yeah, it's got some aero wash to it that really is the only thing that's going to play a thing. Um, I don't know. I'll have to see what my competition is looking like in the race to really decide on if it's going to be easy or not. I don't know. I'm
I mean,
probably going to get waxed.
you beat some of the best we had to offer in the Talladega race. The only guy I could really say, the only big guys we didn't have in there was Marty Shamela and Daniel Mosteller, which those two win about half of the races I host. So a little bit of
Um,
a
I've grown up racing with both of them on the sim, so I think I haven't raced with them since like February on the plate track, but I mean, I was doing good in that race until I got wrecked with 4 to go. So I don't know. I may be better than them now. I may not.
well, there's the confidence. Well,
I mean,
good luck on the next race, and we're gonna work on getting that session up.
yeah.
So good luck out there.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, so we're gonna getting the race up, the session up for race number 2. It's gonna be Arca at Kansas for 40 laps. 35 entries. There will be a faster pair this time because I'll make sure that I actually set up the session correctly. So we're getting all of the cars on the right setup. Everyone gets 2 sets of tires for this race, as per usual. Working on getting everything set up correctly. Just gotta double check everything with the current problems we've been having. Okay, looks like we got everything set up. For those of you asking, the next race is Arca at Kansas for 40 laps. So that is currently being set up. If anyone watching would like to partake in the race, you just have to be Class C on iRacing, ovals, and have 1,000 iRating. So it's open to virtually everyone. Waiting for that to get loaded. cannot believe the level of craziness to end the Talladega race. Hopefully, some of that excitement carries over to this Kansas race. Which every time we've run ARCA, it's been some great racing throughout the field. Not sure what last time we ran it was. I believe it was ARCA Chicagoland. Or actually, it was Old Atlanta 2 weeks ago for ARCA night. So we did it several times recently. Well, working on getting the session loaded up. Got to be switching sim side shortly. Don't have Ingram up in the booth with us today, as he's unable to make it tonight. So going to be a little bit of a weird stream, but that are bizarre off-the-wall conversations during the intermissions. We don't make exceptions for anybody. I'm sorry to whoever that is in the chat. The one race we did with ARCA cars without the limit was just a disaster of a race. There were so many crashes. Much rather have to deal with a little bit of a smaller field to have a cleaner race. Which we do have guys joining in. You got Jackson Byes, the winner of race 1. He, as he said, was going to race this race. You got Patrick Connell, Aaron May, excuse me. Rob Ridgel making another appearance. Cameron Face as well. Aiden Howard. A lot of good drivers tonight. Making sure everything is the way it is supposed to be. We're just working on loading in the session now. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in so far tonight. We will be racing more. Be sure to like the stream and join the Discord server. And now we have Aaron May in the booth, just because I'm all by myself now. I feel very lonely. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm sleepy.
That's not good. You're supposed to be the angry. Can't have race control falling asleep.
I'm kind of sleepy. Today's been a busy day.
We have the drivers yelling about no yellow, and it's because race control fell asleep.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, I'm running your paint scheme you made for me in this race.
Awesome.
I'm out on track right now.
The lizard car. Just gotta get my overlays loaded, and we'll switch back sim side on the stream.
Problem is that every time I run a lizard car, it's always bad luck. So we're hoping to change that today, ladies and gentlemen.
The lizard is too cool.
We are hoping to change luck here today. Instead of bad luck, we're gonna have good luck.
Do you have any expectations going into this one?
Just try to survive. And I'm in the wall. Note to self, you can't take it flat out. I just learned that.
The race is set to be at night, or at least dusk. Not sure if that'll
at dusk.
I finally figured out how to set the practice and set the race at different times.
Ah.
So the race is at like 6, even though the practice is at noon.
Hmm. Let's
What
try this again.
is going on? It's making me log back into my overlays. I love these overlays, but they never work the way that they're supposed to.
What, they keep like glitching out or something?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh my gosh, we have pure death on the backstretch right now. And into turn 3. Oh my gosh.
Which,
Oh,
there
more
we
death.
go.
And now I'm dead.
There we
Oh
go.
my.
Got everything working there correctly now. Lots of stuff happening. These practices are just about a 15-minute crash each time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which, let's see how many drivers we got. We might advance the session early this time.
I think we got like around 10.
We'll give it a little bit more time then if we only have a couple drivers.
Yeah, I think it's around 10. I could be wrong.
Don't have a good feeling that we're gonna hit the car limit tonight. Definitely one of the weaker
I'm actually
fields
getting...
we've had for a Talladega race.
Yeah. It just depends on who's on iRacing today.
Which, do you have a fast repair for this one? I thought I fixed it, and then I don't think it did it right.
I honestly don't know. I probably can't tell you until we actually get ready to race.
Oh, we have Mateo Mitchell making an appearance. I didn't even notice he was in here.
Yep.
He's going to be tough to beat with this combo.
It's not impossible.
Although Rob Rigel to the top of the board beat him, Mateo's lap by 8 thousandths of a second. And then Bears takes it from him.
It's not impossible. It's just very hard.
Mateo is just a very good driver.
Oh, yeah, he is. Got a lot of good drivers in here.
You're definitely one of them when it comes to the ARCA cars.
I just have bad luck because I either give myself bad luck or just get caught up in something that's not my fault.
Yeah, that's going to happen with this type of racing. It's almost like super speedway racing.
You do have to lift a lot for the corners because these cars are just too tight with the setup that iRacing made for them.
I wonder if they did that deliberately so everyone wasn't going flat out.
I think that's the reason why.
Like, deliberately made a bad setup to patch this car being weird.
I don't care. I just want to finally have good luck with the Lizard car.
We made that car a while ago. You really haven't had nothing happen with it?
No. Every time I've raced it, I've either one wrecked or two just DNF'd.
Which, to those of you who wondering what this is, we kind of started with a Casey Mears car, and it just gradually got more out of control until it was taken over by the Lizard from the Lizard meme.
And if you know me, I like the Lizard meme. Like, literally well, not some, just one person being Zachariah Cartledge. He calls me the Lizard on his streams whenever I'm in a race that he's streaming.
The Lizard Man chasing his first victory. Or not first victory, first Lizard victory.
Yeah, I need a win with the Lizard car.
Oh, Connell just sitting in the middle of the track.
I saw that happen right in front of me. I almost hit him.
What were you thinking during that Talladega race? That was some of the most insane racing I've ever seen.
It was actually pretty good. Like, the drivers were actually keeping it really clean for the most part. It was only like, what, I think 2 cautions. So that's really good for one of these little hosteds that we do.
For the
and
amount.
all, because they will get really dirty. And I will tell you how my race went. I was trying to play it safe and go to the back and ride around back there because I thought it was going to be a wreck fest, but turns out it wasn't. So I just started making my way through the field. The problem is that I made a bad choice by going to the inside line with on the white flag, thinking that somebody was going to come down to push me. Didn't get the push and went right back to the back and didn't have a chance to recover. So that one's on me, but don't do it again.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'll take making the wrong move over getting destroyed 100 feet from the finish line.
I'd rather be um, battling for the win and don't care if I get wrecked or anything than
Yeah,
to just go right to the back, to be honest with you, because then that's just mission failed.
yeah, I think the most surprising thing about that race was the incredible amount of blocks thrown by Barrows, Buys, and I believe Madonka as well. The fact that the only crashes were caused by bad pushes and just a guy not really paying attention and not blocks is incredible.
Hmm.
It
Yeah,
looked
those
like
guys
Joey
really did a
Logano
good
took over.
job.
It looked like Joey Logano was driving every car on the track.
Yeah, those guys were doing a good job up there keeping it together and stuff. There was only just a couple of times that they messed up, but that's just super speedway racing at its finest there.
I mean, that was
It's going
really fun to watch.
hmm Wrecks are going to happen. They're going to happen. It's just, can you get through them?
Well, we were trying to have it be a fast repair to kind of mitigate the costliness of wrecks, but it turns out I just cannot do anything correctly today.
To be honest with you, I think having no fast repair at Talladega is what caused them to actually race as good as they did. Uh-oh.
Well, that
Nope,
begs the
never mind.
question: do we stop doing fast repairs for races now?
I don't know.
I feel like
I'm
we
going to let
gotta.
you decide on that one.
I feel like we gotta put it to a vote with the drivers, but I know what the drivers are gonna say.
They're all going to say yes. They're all going to say yes.
To get rid of it?
So, no, I mean keeping it.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. They all want to keep it. I mean, if I was driving this, I would want to keep it too.
Yeah.
The reason I even think about things like this is because I'm just sitting up here in the booth doing nothing, just watching them suffer.
I'm honestly just going to let you make that decision. I am not making that decision at all.
Might get the admins together, discuss it. Probably gonna be a very
Yeah.
one-sided discussion.
Yeah.
Barrow's back to the top of the board. He looks like he's gonna be a strong contender.
I'm just out here making laps, just enjoying myself right now.
Do you have anyone you think is gonna win the race that is not you?
Uh, Barros is one. Mateo is another. Elliott's another. And who else is in here? Dylan Dryling could be a factor. Vice, he won Talladega. He could also be a factor. And also Cameron Face.
Bice did say that this is not his strong suit.
Oh, really?
He said he's more of a super speedway specialist.
Hey, you never know. I said that when I was trying to go for my first SRA win, and we ran out of super speedways, and I didn't win, and I'm like, man, I ain't gonna win at all. And the next thing you know, I end up winning on a mile and a half
Actually, this facility.
at this facility. That's right.
That's
maybe this place will help the lizard out.
Maybe.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
So it looks like 13 cars for the moment. Might actually lead to some more green flag racing.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting to go out there for qualifying.
I mean, if they can go
I'm wait.
43 laps in John car, we can definitely go 40 laps in an ARCA car.
You probably done jinxed it now.
About to witness the worst driving we've ever seen.
You probably done jinxed it now.
Watching Elliot Condra make his way around the track. Qualifying here pretty similar to a super speedway type of qualifying with building up your momentum, isn't it?
Yeah, in a way. Still got a lift though for the corners because you can't make it through the corner like a super speedway where you could just be foot on the floor the whole time. So when it comes to being like a super speedway, I would compare it more to Atlanta than Daytona and Talladega, sort of say. So that's my opinion on it. Where you have to lift a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Which, speaking of super speedways, I think I'm going to end the poll for voting because it's just ridiculous. It is very in favor of doing a COT Talladega race. For race number 3. I only have 11 likes on the stream, so race 4 not looking great at the moment.
I won't be able to do a race 4 to be honest with you.
Well, I wasn't planning
I'll be able to I'll be able to do race 3 but not race 4.
Oh, and Condra upside down in 1 and 2.
What did Mateo do? I'm just watching people make qualifying laps, seeing what they did and what I can do better.
Not sure. I haven't seen Connor Tarr in here before, but I'm really digging his Jimmy Johnson schemes.
Mm-hmm. There was one in R2R yesterday that looked good, which he obviously got it off of Trading Paints, I think. But I forgot who it was that was running it.
I still got to change my 2027 Jimmy Johnson final ride car because now I can put the 48 on it.
Oh, yeah.
Wyatt Blair doing donuts on the back straightaway. Which I guess he's just
That's
number
gonna be
73 now.
That's going to be weird seeing the 48 on a Toyota.
I mean, very strange, but I don't care.
I mean, I know you don't care. You're a Jimmy Johnson fan. I'm just saying it's going to be weird.
I mean, definitely strange. Not what I thought. I would have thought he would have retired after winning like an 8th championship with Hendrick. Condra somehow still driving his car that has 3 wheels after flipping. The shenanigans never end in qualifying.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of shenanigans that goes on.
Well, I was kind of laughing inside because I was trying to control the cameras to show the incredible Talladega finish, and then you got cars flying into the catch fence because they just floored straight into the wall in 1 and 2.
I got 5th. I'm happy with that.
I mean, that's a good starting spot. You kind of threw the hornet's nest, but close enough to the front that you still have some work to do.
I don't mind the starting spot.
Got some of the better guys in this race in front of you, though. Condra always a threat. And Ridgel up to the 3rd position. He's going to knock you down to 6th.
No.
Driving another blank car. Well, they're rocking that number 24 Jeff Gordon font. Nice looking number, just an interesting lack of a scheme. And that's going to be the end of qualifying, getting ready for race number 2.
All right, now I can tell you if there's a fast repair. There is not.
I'm just
So
having one
we're
of
gonna have
those
to be
days right now.
we're gonna have to be on our best behavior in this race.
Honestly, I'm not
All
sure if
right.
that's really a bad thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here so you can commentate this race.
Well, thanks for joining the practice. Definitely made it a little more lively in here.
No problem.
Well, getting ready to get down to business. Race number 2. 13 cars in the field, 40 laps ahead of us. A little bit of a smaller field by our standards, but it's still going to be a fun race. Really good combo. Especially with the sun setting here in the heartland. You got Nathan Barrows on pole, Mateo Mitchell in second, Rob Rigel in third, Dylan Dreiling in fourth, Elliot Condra in the fifth position, Aaron May in sixth, Cameron Face in seventh, Landon Gentry in eighth, Patrick Connell in ninth, Jackson Buys in 10th, Aiden Howard in 11th, Wyatt Blair in 12th, and Connor Tarr in the 13th position, rounding out the field. A lot of good drivers in the field. That top 5, definitely some guys you want to keep your eye on for this thing. And the field rolling off of the pit lane following the pace car. I believe Mateo Mitchell was able to get the win the last time we went to a mile and a half with the ARCA car. So definitely a guy you want to keep your eye on. Always seems to be at the front with this car. It's actually having a little bit of a stutter there with the internet, but we still got things rolling. The field off of turn 4. Into the restart zone we go. Green flag is out. We are racing at Kansas. Side by side at the front. They're all going to fan out into turn 1. Condra makes it 3 wide on the bottom. Mitchell to the outside. Rigel getting split 3 wide. Still going to be 3 wide. Now Condra in the middle. Face goes to the inside. And Nathan Barrows has control. And it is just a mess behind them. There are cars all over the track. Barrows has about a 3/10 of a second advantage, and then there's just all kinds of chaos going on behind. The only car able to get clear. Mitchell goes to the bottom, trying to get ahead of this pack of cars. A great start to this race for Nathan Barrows. Mitchell finally clear and still fighting hard for third. That's a battle between Cameron Face and Dylan Dreiling. Dreiling trying to make that top line work. Able to get around Face, who's now battling with Elliot Condra. And Mateo Mitchell starting to make up some ground on Barrows, drawing him back into this pack of cars. trying to work his way to the lead. And Dreiling is making up some serious ground on that top line. Will he be a factor? Actually moves down to the bottom there. Condra going to go to the middle line. And Mitchell is there all over the rear end of the number 90 machine of Barrows. He's going to look to the inside into 1 and 2. Wrapping that apron. Trying to get the car to turn. Still to the inside. Not quite able to get clear, and Barrow's going to get into the wall. That's for definitely going to get Mateo Mitchell the lead, and now 3 wide for the second position. Condra to the inside, Dreiling in the middle, and Barrows on the outside. And Barrows going to lose 2 more spots due to that situation. Which now Condra fighting for second position with Dreiling. Already on lap 6 of 40. This race flies by very fast when we stay green. Barrows to the outside of 3 wide once again. Dropping positions rapidly. Got Face and Howard to his inside. Face gets a little swirly coming off of turn 2. A lot of battles happening in the field right now. Oh, and we have a crash in the back. Connor Tarr gets into the wall. Still going to keep it green. Unfortunate break for him. Not enough cars to bring out the caution. And Aaron May making contact in the background as well. I believe he might have gotten into Ridgel. That's going to slow down some of his momentum. And Condra and Dreiling still side by side for the second position, and Barrows back into the picture. Oh, and Barrows hits the apron, nearly comes up into Condra. Fortunately able to keep it under control. He's going to lose some ground. And Mateo Mitchell slowly driving away from this battle for the second position. Now 5 or 6 cars involved in it. These guys are going to have to get single file and work together if they want to have a chance to catch Mateo. As I say that, things definitely calmed down significantly. Down the back straightaway that time, pretty much everyone in a single file line. Condra slowly drawing in that number 82. Everyone wrapping the bottom. Dreiling going to get sideways on the exit of the corner. He hangs on to it. And Condra has the lead down to about 1/10 of a second. Still trying to make his way to the front. Just not quite able to get there yet. And those front 2 are breaking away from the rest of the field. About 1/2 second from Condra to the 3rd position. Which is now Jackson Byes, who has worked his way up through the field. The later into this race we go, the more we could see drivers who save their tires and drivers who use their stuff up early. Which they're still single file, and Byes is starting to cut into the gap to Condra. Condra was making progress towards getting past or around, getting to Mateo Mitchell, but just kind of stalled out his momentum, and we got everybody single file now. As they head down the back straight away. Coming up on halfway in this one. 11 cars remaining in the race. Still nose to tail. The gap about the same as it has been. Byes starting to get a little bit closer into the picture, but still mostly single file throughout the field. Well, there, Aaron May working on a pass. Trying to get around Aiden Howard. Howard gets loose coming off of turn 2. He's going to have to get out of the throttle, and Aaron May gets the position. And face side by side with Howard now. Howard starting to fade a little bit. Still side by side. Face running that bottom lane. And May making the pass for the 4th position now. Aaron May having a lot of speed later into this run as we hit lap 18 of 40 this time by. Mitchell still has the lead. Condra about the same distance back. Looks like Face got out of control coming off a 2 that time. He's still struggling. Slow car on the front straightaway. That's the 73 of Wyatt Blair. Very far behind. I believe he was already about to go a lap down when he crashed over there. Not sure what happened to him. And Byes is making a move for second over Condra. Gets to his inside. Condra trying to get back to his bumper and make a move. And the front 3 gonna get pretty much nose to tail. Byes is sliding that rear end off of the corner. Might open up an opportunity for Condra into turn 3. Byes looks very loose coming off of the corner now. And we've reached halfway in this one, under green. Now the gap between Condra and Mitchell growing to about half a second. Condra trying to work his way back to Mateo Mitchell. Could open the door for Condra if that happens again. Now on lap 24 of 40. Byes made up a lot of ground really fast and then kind of faded and just hanging on to the 3rd position. Aaron May in 4th has the gap down to 1.2 seconds, so he is gradually making up ground. Mitchell gonna make a slight contact with the wall coming off of turn 2, allowing Condra to draw even closer. Now has the gap down to about a tenth of a second like before. Condra running a slightly higher line, and it appears to be working for him for now. Now going to go full on the top side, trying to build a run. Trying to see if he can get that run off the corner to set up the pass into 1 and 2. Not quite able to get there yet. Still closer than the last several laps, though. Into 3 and 4 once again. Getting close to 10 laps to go. Going to be 13 at the line. Mitchell's starting to put a little bit more of a gap now. And May has the gap to the lead down to about a second. There in the 4th position. Definitely going to be able to get to some of these guys in front of him. Might be able to pass buys within the next several laps. I don't know if he has enough time to get to the lead. So we only have 12 laps remaining. Definitely making up some ground late into the run. Buys gets sideways. That's going to open the door for May. Which actually May had the fastest lap on the track by 0.2 of a second that last lap. A bit slower that time because he was going around buys, but May is very fast late into this run. Does he have enough time to get there? If he can keep this current pace, it's got to be really close to see if he can get to Mateo Mitchell. Got to see what the lap times are at the line this time. Ran a 30.8 to Mateo's 30.9, so about a tenth quicker that time by. Oh, it gets sideways off of 2. That's going to hurt some of his progress. Definitely lost some time doing that. They got back up to about 0.9 of a second. That really hurt his chances of getting to the guys in front of him. Condra starting to draw closer to Mitchell once again. Does he have anything to set up a pass? The laps are winding down, and Jackson Bai is going to spin behind them. That car had been looking more and more unstable as this went on, and just finally snapped and lost control of it. Off of the racing surface, so we're going to keep it green. And Condra is there into 1 and 2. Must have got a good run off of 3 and 4, and he looks to the outside of that 82 machine. Trying to set up the pass. Going to be 7 laps to go at the line. Mitchell still running that bottom. Condra running the top. Mitchell is making that bottom line work very well against the momentum of the top side. Although Condra got a good run off of turn 2, they're going to get very close to the rear end of the number 82. Got to be 6 laps to go. Does Contra have enough to get around Mitchell? He's got 5 laps to do it, and he is right there. Mitchell blocks any attempt he could have made down the back straightaway. Surprised the momentum from the top side just hasn't been enough to get him door to door with the 82. He's going to lose some time down the front straightaway that time around. So they put Jackson Buys 2 laps down as he comes out of the pits after that spin. The front 2 still nose to tail. Aaron May fading all the way back to 1.1 seconds behind the leader. So unless we get a caution, it doesn't seem like his hopes for winning are still there anymore. And 4 laps to go. The front 2 nose to tail. Condra trying to set up the pass. Mateo blocks to the inside. Condra to the middle. Gonna try to get a run off of turns 3 and 4. Has some momentum down the front straightaway. Is it enough to try to get around Mitchell? The rear end of Condra's car is starting to step out when we come off of turn 2. And we're coming to 2 laps to go. Can Mateo Mitchell hold on? About 0.2 of a second between Mitchell and Condra. Condra gonna have to throw everything he can at it to try to make up that ground. Looks like he has a good corner through 1 and 2. Been losing a lot of time in 3 and 4. And Jackson Buys going around the top side. He has fresh tires because he pitted. Doesn't seem like that's going to impede the leaders. And the white flag is out. We are on the final lap of this one. Mitchell has it. Condra wants it. Only 2 more turns to go. Down the back straightaway. Mateo Mitchell 0.2 of a second ahead. He's going to run that middle lane, take the line away from Condra. Condra not able to get there, going to get it to the outside wall, and Mateo Mitchell is victorious at Kansas. It's going to be his second Super Nitro victory. After leading most of the laps, Mateo Mitchell gets the win in dominant fashion here at Kansas. Condra going to finish second, and Aaron May able to get a top 3 finish. A great race there. Just Condra didn't have enough to get around Mitchell. Believe that's the first race we've ever had here that's gone flag to flag green. So you see Mitchell celebrating on the front stretch. Let's get him in the booth. Hey Mateo, it's LDogg in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, congrats on that one. That was a very dominating victory. What did you think of that final run to the finish with trying to defend from Condra?
Yeah, I mean, with how loose the car was, pretty much the entire race, it was just a matter of aero blocking, because you're going to get all the people that are going to save the tires and be able to drive up through the field. So with the aero blocking, that's the only way you can kind of neutralize everything going on behind you. So just ran the bottom and made it work.
So you were loose in that race? I thought the ARCA cars usually were very tight on the intermediates.
Oh no, the entire race you are wrecking loose pretty much the entire time. It didn't take until probably 10 to go for the right front to start wearing and it get tight.
That's interesting. I feel like that's kind of backwards to what the usual experience for being an ARCA car. I must be driving them wrong.
I don't
Well,
know that or some sort of setup.
we're just running the base setup, so it should be about the same. The only difference is the time of day,
could-
with it being night, or not night, like
That
sunset.
must have been the issue.
I would have thought you'd have some more grip, though, with it being a little bit cooler temperatures and the sun going down.
No, not from what I felt.
Well, I mean, you definitely have a lot more intel than I do, having won the race. Well,
Yeah.
anyone you want to shout out on the stream while we got you in the booth?
I just want to shout out really you for the great coverage. Everybody that races. That's all I got.
You gonna do race 3?
Yep, I'll be there for it.
Which I did not think the car of tomorrow, Talladega, would be the winner by that much of a margin.
It's a very how do I say, it's a very anticipated combo. There's a lot of people that like to do it.
Well, hopefully we can get a good field. I know it's going to be a great race regardless. Although I don't know if we could top race 1. I don't know if you saw it, but it was just absolutely insane the whole time.
I wasn't there for it.
There were some of the most ridiculous blocks I've ever seen thrown in that race.
Sounds
And there was not really any crashes caused by blocking. So working on getting the session up for race number 3. I don't think we're going to hit the like goal tonight, so not looking great for a race 4. Only have 11 likes on the stream. Or actually 13. Still pretty short from our goal for the likes. Trying to find the car to put it into the session. What is your opinion on not doing fast repairs with these? Because the first 2 were accidents.
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like a fast repair, at least one fast repair, because with how these cars run, you're gonna get a lot of people that are gonna be wrecking. And I don't think you want 20 people starting and like 5 finishing.
Well, I kind of meant in general. This is a weird race just because of the unrestricted nature of it.
Yeah, well, in general, I mean, all depends.
Because it kind of seemed like everyone was being a little bit more forgiving to each other when they knew they didn't have any fast repairs at Talladega in the trucks.
Yeah.
Unless that's just wishful thinking on my end. So we will give a 1 for this race. My settings got deleted for some reason, and then I couldn't figure out what I actually needed to change. So only going to be a 20-lap race to be a little bit shorter. Kind of more of a sprint, actually. Everyone gets 2 sets of tires and 1 fast repair. Hopefully we can get a full field for this one with how anticipated this has been by everybody. Do you think you have a good shot to win this one? Oh, he left. Didn't even notice. He left the booth. Well, it's just me up here again. Working on getting everything set up. Got the session loading. Most likely going to be our final race of the night. Going to be a short one, but definitely a good one. Working on getting everything set up shortly. Just got to get the session loaded up. We have had a lot of the drivers come to us with wanting to do 87s and wanting to do the car of tomorrow. A very interesting type of super speedway racing with those cars. Which now the session is up for anybody wanting to join. So going to work on loading into the session. And then we will get things rocking and rolling for race number 3. Trying to make sure, double check everything is the way it's supposed to be. It looks like it is. Gonna have the drivers slowly filing into the session. We put up a vote with a couple options, which actually were both of them ARCA. We had an ARCA Langley and Old ARCA at Las Vegas as 2 of the options for our vote, in the not the 1987, the car of tomorrow, Talladega, won by a mile. It's not even close. Got more than half the votes that were cast. Definitely the clear victor. So here we go, race number 3. A lot of the same drivers as before. We got Howard, Shibota, Face, Condra, Shamela, Dylan Dreiling again. Got Marty Shamela making his, what looks like it will be his one and only start of the night. Unless we somehow get more likes on the stream, which actually we did hit 20 likes. Must have jumped up right after I said it. So we gotta figure out what we're gonna do for that. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do for race 4. Probably also going to be a little bit of a shorter race. Just because we started the stream so late tonight. But I already got a healthy amount of drivers heading into this session. We'll see if we can get some of them in the booth to see what they want to run for the last race of the night. Jumped up right after I said that. It looked like we weren't going to get anywhere near the amount of likes we needed, and then out of nowhere, just all of a sudden right up to 20 as soon as I said it. I mean, very fortunate to get there. So as we get loaded into the session and get ready to go sim side, we will be figuring out what we gotta do for race number 4 get ready to get race number 3 out of the way as well. Still drivers heading into the session. Already getting some kind of want to do some IndyCar. I wonder if we could do some IndyCar for race 4. Last time we did it last week, it was some incredible racing. Not sure what track though. We did it at Michigan. Actually, I'm going to put up a poll. I'm putting up a poll in the Discord server. We'll see if what kind of responses we can get. Because I like the idea of doing some more IndyCar racing. It's just very fun to watch. So we're going to get that set up. So we're going to see how that plays out. We are doing a race for. So we switch back over sim side to see what's going on with the practice session. About 7 minutes on the board. Still got some drivers working their way into the session, so we're going to let the practice play out for a little bit longer. Looks like the votes are tied between yes and no. So I'm still trying to figure out. It seems like and we're still tied on whether or not to do IndyCar in Michigan. Gonna have to figure out what we're actually gonna do for the bonus race. Definitely like to put it on for all the viewers. Just don't know what we're gonna do yet. So we're going to get everything set up. We have 13 drivers in the race currently with practice underway. Condra on the top of the board with a 41.691 second lap. Still no one offering suggestions for what we should do for race 4. Let's see if we can get Condra in here. Not sure what we're going to do. I feel like we've got 2 super speedways is a lot for a stream. And not really getting great suggestions. I like the IndyCar idea, but Does seem like a lot of people own the IndyCar. We could do mini stock or street stock. We haven't really touched those, but I'm not sure what track we should do it on. See Patrick Connell working his way onto the track. He got Aiden Howard in the 55 Mark Martin car. Crashed over in turn 3. Rob Ridgel driving the 88. And he's going to go upside down on the back straightaway. So, still trying to figure out what to do for the bonus race. Only a few minutes left. I think we might advance the session. Doesn't seem like anyone else is actually going to join. So we're going to begin working on that. Someone in the chat saying IndyCar's Daytona. All kinds of ideas being thrown out there. We got mini stock Michigan now. We are currently on race 3, and it is carved tomorrow at Talladega, which qualifying underway for that right now. See Dylan Dreiling working his way onto track. Also got Martin.
Bro, whatever you do, don't run this.
I'm not planning to. I am so sorry. I don't know what I'm doing today.
You're good, bro. Alright, bro. See you in the next session.
So working on putting on a session that does not have Talladega at night. So getting everything set up. Now setting it at noon so we don't have cars flying into the catch fence in pitch black. We made it a couple months into this without having any major catastrophes with the setting up the sessions, and then we have 2 in one night. Not really sure what we're doing here. So we're going to make the announcement in the Discord server. A little sloppy today. It's having all kinds of problems. Not sure why. Can't seem to get the sessions right. Did remember to add a faster pair this time, but forgot to set it to daytime, so not a great trade-off. So got the correct session up now. With it at the daytime, just gonna have a 10-minute open qualifier is what I set it to this time, so we don't wait around forever. Since we do have another race coming and it's getting late. So, going to have to figure that out, give everybody a shot to actually be able to join. Which already several drivers into the new session. While I think a Talladega night race would be kind of funny, it is not great for a broadcast because you can't really see what's going on because it's Talladega at night and there's no lights. There we go. Got the drivers heading into the correct session. Definitely all over the place tonight. We have a good race 1, and then didn't start off on a great note since we accidentally made, I accidentally made Trucks Talladega a multi-class race, which didn't really make a whole lot of sense at all. But we're gonna get things figured out. I'll give you your 4 races for tonight. Still got 2 more to go. Working on making sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. Not very sure why Talladega was at night, because we didn't really do a night race tonight. We did a dusk race. Unless Talladega's lighting just works different. There we go. A lot of the drivers joining into the right session this time. So making sure everything is the way it is intended to be. Still have 8 people watching. Thank you for bearing with us through just several idiot-caused technical difficulties. Most of what has happened was probably could have been preventable. But we're still hanging on, trying to put on a good show for you guys. And here we go, getting the session loaded up. We'll switch to sim side shortly. Still about 5 minutes left for everyone to join in. Not going to advance it this time. There's someone in the Discord server complaining because everyone left the race where it was pitch black. Well, now we get the chance to see what could potentially be some group qualifying shenanigans due to us making it open qualifying with everybody. So, not sure how that plays out. You got Aiden Howard on the top of the board. Mateo Mitchell using the draft, and he's going to work on a very fast lap. Going 225 miles an hour in turn 3. And that's going to put him to the top of the board. Got all the way up to 235 in the tri-oval. The speeds of this car are just incredible. Down the back straightaway they go. Testing out some of our cameras. We got the roll bar, front suspension. Got that rear end camera looking back at the cars around it. That's pretty cool camera. You see the sparks? Oh! Oh, and he's upside down. Right as we go on the onboard camera, he immediately crashes. Dylan Dreiling and Nathan Barrows going around the track now in a group. They pass a destroyed car in the back straightaway. Whoa, and there's a big wreck in 1 and 2 that those guys thread the needle through. It's Austin Russell driving a number 88 Red Bull Subaru. Interesting manufacturer to see on a car of tomorrow. Got Blair Johnson in the number 48 Burger King car. Reminds me of the schemes I used to run a lot when I was still running the blue and white colors for Burger King. Got Elliot Condra drafted behind Timothy J. Moore. And he's going to actually Condra's to the top of the board from the draft. He's getting off of that 16 machine. Definitely seems like that little bit of draft you can get is super helpful for the qualifying run. And only a minute and a half remaining in this qualifying session. They're going to get side by side in the tri-oval. Both those cars in the top 5 in lap time in this qualifying session. As the clock winds down and we get ready to get this race kicked off. Oh, and a large collision there. And that's going to just about end qualifying. So 15 cars on the grid for this race. Pretty good turnout. Especially due to some of the technical difficulties we've been having tonight. Hopefully going to get cleaned up by next week. Or actually by the next race. Had to rebuy the sessions twice tonight. Always aggravating to have to do that. And here we go. Ready for race 3. Who's going to get the win this time? Everyone working on getting on the grid. Actually, Dreiling and Barrows got to the top of the board. I'm not sure when they did. I had Condra on the top according to the scoring, but those two are going to be the front row. Ready to get things started. A shorter race, only 20 laps, which in this car does not take a long time to complete. At least when you're under green. We got our starting lineup. We have Dylan Dreiling in first, Nathan Barrows in second, Elliot Condra in third, Mateo Mitchell in fourth, Timothy J. Moore in fifth, Cameron Face in sixth, Aiden Howard in seventh, Austin Russell in eighth, Marty Shamela in ninth, Benjamin Shaboda in 10th, Blair Johnson in 11th, Wyatt Blair in 12th, Mason Lidkey in 13th, Patrick Connell in 14th, and Rob Ridgel in 15th in the last position. So 15 cars trying to take the green tonight. Well, actually today, since we got it at the correct time of day. So with that all figured out, we're in for a much better race than if we tried to run it at night. The field working their way through turns 3 and 4. Getting ready to go green. Dreiling gonna lead us to green for race number 3. Into the trial they go, 2 by 2 through the field. And here we go. Green flag is out. We are racing at Talladega. Again. Everybody getting a lot more spread out than when we ran the truck race earlier. Gonna have to be really smart and careful with your car with the very high speeds. Handling is definitely a factor with this car here. Single file through a lot of the field. Dreiling has the lead. Condra on his bumper. Mitchell and Moore working together. Gonna get to the inside. Barrows up the track. Mostly single file throughout the field now. Dreiling still has control, and Barrows has dropped back several positions from the start. Not the start of the race he was looking for. Although, maybe driving back to save tire. You never really know with this type of racing. Couple cars getting to the wall off of turn 2, and Mateo Mitchell has the lead. Condra to the inside for third. Gonna make the move on Dreiling. He's gonna get clear. And Dreiling gonna cross him over to the outside, but not quite able to make it there. Actually, he is able to make it there with the help of the draft. Does he have anything to get to the second row? Finally drops off on the exit of the corner. One car into the wall in the back. Mitchell leading Moore as they are still side by side for third. Mateo Mitchell just trying to control this race as much as possible. Moore looks to the inside, not quite able to do anything. Condra with a run. He's going to dive to the bottom. And he's going to get around Moore. Gets to the inside of Mitchell. With help from Dylan Dreiling. And they are sliding off a 2. Saw Wyatt Blair and I believe that was Johnson in the back completely sideways. They're able to hang on to it and we keep it green. Condra has the lead, but he drives it straight into the wall. Finally gets it off. That's going to give Dreiling the lead, but Howard looks to his inside, and Marty Shamela up to third. And we're 3 wide in the tri-oval. These cars are looking very out of control right now, and Howard has the lead into turn 1. Howard with the lead, side by side for second. Moore's going to get loose off of turn 2. He's able to hang on to it. Has to go all the way down to the apron, though. That's going to lose him several spots. Face tries to make it up to the second position. He's going to slide up the track, and Mateo Mitchell back up to the front. A lot of shuffling throughout this lead pack. Cameron Face gets a push from Mateo Mitchell. Does he go anywhere with it? Gets a little bit out of control. Has to get off the gas, and that's going to let Moore get back up to the front. He's on the outside of Shamela. Actually rockets to the lead. That was an incredible entrance to the corner for Moore. Gonna get to the wall a little bit. And he's gonna lose control. Hard into the outside wall. Able to hang on to it, but that car is very damaged. A hard impact into the outside wall. Single file for the first 4 cars at the front now. Face and Shamela both controlling the field, trying to get another win for MCM. And Mateo Mitchell trying to get to the front. And he is able to. Has Condra and Howard behind him. The field getting a lot more spread out, and they are crashing behind. Condra and Howard stuck on the wall. Everyone able to get past them, and I think we're going to keep it green. Somehow didn't collect any other cars, and they kept it rolling. Going to take a minute for the pack to get back formed up, but we still have 5 or 6 cars in the lead draft. Unfortunate break for Condra, and there's the caution. They were getting very close to the wall coming off a 2, and someone finally just got too tight to hang on to it. You're going to look at a replay there. Not sure why the caution was so delayed. I assumed we were going to keep it green for a moment. But that did separate the lead draft enough. So Condra running the top side. Howard tries to make it 3 wide, and Condra just gets tight and bounces off the wall. Actually, both of them get tight. Neither one of them was going to make the corner clean. Just ran out of room. Fortunately, everyone avoids it. There was a couple cars behind that looked like they were narrowly able to avoid a collision. I think the 48 was one of them. So this car's in front of him, sliding down the track. Looked a lot closer from the original camera we were looking at the crash from. Never stopped moving, though. heavy damage to both of those cars, but they kept it facing the right direction. So why I assumed we were going to keep it green. Well, so a little bit of chaos to start the race. Actually going to break it up at just about the halfway point, so it'll be a little under 10 laps to the finish. Everyone coming down pit road for tires. Handling just too important on these cars at a super speedway to stay out. Very different than the normal super speedway racing we see. You see Mateo Mitchell coming to the attention of his pit crew. And the 88 gonna jump to the lead. Had to have taken 2 tires. I don't know how he had that fast of a pit stop. Gonna jump everybody, including Marty Shimela. That's gonna put Russell into the lead. Well, single file behind the pace car once again tonight. Austin Russell to the lead, Marty Shimela in second, and Nathan Barrows behind him. Russell leading the field in that Red Bull Subaru. And here we go, getting 2x2 again. Only going to be 10 laps to go at the line. Broke this race cleanly in half, setting up for a 10-lap sprint to the finish. Field working their way through turns 1 and 2. Gonna be interesting to see how this one plays out. Marty Shimela to the outside. Austin Russell to the inside. Working our way down the back straightaway. This is really where the aggression has to start coming out of these drivers. Just not a lot of time. You really want to get up to the front and try to defend your position as best you can. Gonna have some fast drivers with Moore, Howard, and Condra going through the back of the field. Those guys have been very strong in the first part of this race and definitely going to be threats to win. Headed off of turns 3 and 4, the field 2x2. The pace car ready to make the hard left turn on a pit road. Side by side into the tri-oval. Austin Russell going to lead us to green with less than 10 laps to go. And a contact. Russell's going to spin his tires. Nearly wrecks, and the field is everywhere. Very spread out. Mitchell and Dreiling able to get away. Shibota has a gap. And Condra and Howard already up to the middle of the field. The gamble that Russell took definitely just did not work out in his favor. He was unable to get going on the restart. And aggressive moves from the middle part of this pack as they are working to catch the leaders. Barrow's going to get on the apron, forces Condra to have to lift. These guys have to make up about a second on the two leaders of Mateo Mitchell and Dylan Dreiling. Definitely going to have the advantage of the draft, but they need to get organized in that second pack if they want a shot to catch him. Which, now that they're single file, that gap is shrinking very quickly. See if we can see the gap shrinking from the blimp cam. Those two at the front having about a 7/10 of a second lead now. Got very lucky on the start that they were able to make it through the chaos that was caused by Russell spinning his tires. You can see the 8 of Shamela leading that second pack. He's starting to come into the picture. And they are gradually making up that ground. If you're these two leaders, you got to make sure they don't get there with so much momentum that you can't block them. Because it's only going to be a couple laps to go at the rate that they're catching them. Yeah, that second pack is there. Got to make sure you're in the right spot when these two packs converge. And Shamela gonna dive to the inside. Mateo Mitchell is loose. Slides onto the apron. He's gonna end up backwards. Keeps it off of the track, and we're gonna keep it green. Just spun out from the lead. A tough break for Mateo Mitchell. And now Dreiling gets swallowed up by this second pack. And Cameron Face and Marty Shamela are side by side for the lead with 5 laps to go. Face gonna get ahead of Shamela. Moore up to the front, and Dreiling gonna help him as well. You got Howard and Barrows behind, and Elliot Condra working his way back into the picture. Howard gonna get into the wall. Moore gets run up the track by Dreiling. Face still has the advantage. Gets a little bit loose on exit, and we're gonna only have 5 laps to go this time by. And Face is sideways through the tri-oval, barely hanging on to that thing. Gonna give Dreiling and Barrows a chance to get to the lead. Dreiling has a bit of an advantage now, but Barrows gonna get a run down the back straightaway. Takes a look to the inside. Gonna get a push from Face. They get some momentum. Gets right to the rear bumper of Dreiling, and he's gonna look to the inside. Not quite able to get the move, but he has a good pusher with Cameron Face behind him. Barrows trying to get to Dreiling's bumper to get around him. Shamela makes a move to the inside. Only 3 laps to go. And contact between Face and Moore. That's going to put Moore into the wall. He's going to be off the pace. Barrows gets into the wall. Face and Condra take him 3 wide. He's going to drop back. Dreiling still has the lead, but Marty Shamela is there. And Cameron Face into the wall behind them. We are rapidly losing cars in the lead pack. Condra getting a draft. Will he be able to build momentum to get around the front too? And those guys behind have finally stabilized. They might be able to build a run. Not much time to do it though. Less than 5 miles to go. They hit the wall behind. Shamela gets a run on Dreiling. He's going to look to the outside. Condra is behind. Dives it to the inside. Not quite able to get there, but had the momentum. Face is behind him, and we have 4 cars under a blanket for the lead. Into the trioval we go. Got to be the white flag at the line. One more time around. Who's going to get it done in Talladega? Shamela to the outside. Condra to the inside. 3 wide for the lead. Condra has to back off. Still side by side for the lead. Face trying to give Condra a push. Shamela on the outside of Dreiling. Condra going to get a run. Where does he go with it? Going to look to the middle lane. Shamela throws the block. Still has momentum. Cameron Face trying to make a move, but he's going to get it to the outside wall. Shamela is ahead, but can he hang on to it? Condra trying to build one final run to the finish line. Looks to the outside. Door to door. They make contact side by side, and Condra ahead by nothing. Condra ahead by 0.001 of a second. We had a tie. They crash across the line. And according to timing and scoring, they tied. I believe Condra is the winner. At least according to my scoring. He definitely thinks he is as he does a burnout. We are definitely going to have to look at the replay there. That was one of the closest finishes I've ever seen. Straight zeros on the pylon. We're going to have to take a look at that replay. That was just such a close finish. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Bumping and banging across the line. Trying to see if we have a camera. We're going to have to move some of my cameras around. Which, that one went rogue. Let's see, do we have chase cam? I honestly have no idea who won that race. It looks like Shamela might have won. Let's see, can we get... Let's see if we can get both of them in. It looks like Shamela is ahead when we get to the line.
Yo, what's good, bro?
So,
Yo, bro, I'm gonna say this: in NR Night before, there has been scoring things before where it's off by a couple thousandths, but I don't know. I don't know. This is pretty close. What do you think?
honestly,
I feel like my splitter is like right in front of him.
it's hard to tell because I can't get the frame of where you're at the line.
Yeah, that's what we were struggling with too.
Because on my screen, you are so close. It's about an inch, but I don't know
Oh,
if you gain that
look at
inch.
the chats and see. Yeah, it's so stupid how we can't see the exact frame of the finish. You know.
Because I want to say you won, but I don't know if you gained that inch in the time it was between you, the frame.
Well,
you
I
were
was in
at
front of him the
line.
whole time, though. You know,
It's so close.
like I was in front of him the whole time. You know.
Yeah. Just looking at the replay,
Paint
like
it.
slow motion.
Should have door banned him one more time.
That was an incredible finish.
Elliot has that yellow splitter. I have a gray splitter. Mine
is
blends in with the
so
checkers.
close.
Elliot's splitter is yellow. Mine's gray, so Elliot sticks out more. Elliot's splitter looks like it's
I want to see
like
if
it
we
just
can get him
sticks
in
out
here to
'cause
see
of the
what.
color.
I want to get him in the booth just to see what he thinks of that because that was ridiculous. I mean, a great finish to a great race.
I've never even all my time doing COT diggers. I've never had second get that big of a run on me. I'm just surprised it even happened, bro. I'm disappointed.
I mean, I was wondering if you were able to, if you were going to be able to defend him because he did have a huge run. Just it is so hard for me to tell.
Yeah, I mean, I was in front of. Oh yeah, my stupid splitter is gray, so it kind of blends in with the track. You know, it's hard to pinpoint the truth. Like Elliot's is yellow. You can actually it sticks out.
I mean, like looking
I don't know.
at,
Look at
we have Elliot
what's
in
good,
the
bro?
booth now.
What? Hi.
We're trying
what's
to
up?
decide. It almost looks like Shamela has about an inch on you, but we can't get the frame of your noses touching the line.
No.
That was easily one of the closest finishes I've ever witnessed.
Or you could look at the rear of the cars too. I don't know.
I mean, it's about the same. You're both... Because you're both sideways. The best I can get, it looks like you're slightly ahead. Well, actually, it is so close.
What if?
Because if we go off of this, it looks like Shamela's ahead.
Yeah. It was.
This is like the most ridiculous
That was
thing.
like.
I mean, I feel
Oh my
like leading
gosh.
up to that too. I mean, there really wasn't a point where Elliot was in front. Like Elliot had way more momentum, so it's not like I gained on him at any moment. You know, I don't know.
I mean, do you think we...
It's like I hit him, I was in front, and then at the last second, like right when the frame cuts off, my car was sideways, which would, you know, iRacing's scoring the finish by where the transponder is, right? Which is the frickin' like seat of the car.
This is starting to feel like one of those NFL reviews where they're trying to find indisputable video evidence.
Here we go. Nathan Barrows. 0.00003 was the margin of victory.
For you? Or for Marty?
I'm not sure.
How did he get that?
Bro, I didn't even know you could do that, bro. That's crazy. But it says display name Marty Shmela.
So that finish was by 3/10,000ths of a second? I mean, if we're going to have a controversial review
Or
like
Nathan
this...
said I got it by.
Ben
Oh my
just...
gosh.
Ben just wants to win the night race.
I feel like if you look at the Chevy emblems on our hoods, like mine is ahead the whole time.
But that
it's
was like
very
your
hard
car
to
was
tell.
slightly sideways though, too.
Like, it looks like you're ahead. But, like... Actually, does it go straight to the line when I hit the... Why does it go there?
Try to here. If we slow it down, I think.
Nathan said, according to iRacing, the margin of victory was 3/10,000ths of a second, and you can only see the 10,000th decimal in the JSON file of the results, which is what is underlined.
Oh. Well, I mean, if we go off of that, but it kind of looks like Marty is ahead by like a microscopic amount.
I mean, the JSON file doesn't lie, man.
I mean, it could, you know.
Well, actually,
There's been time. I mean, that one race, Demos and Braden Movic and NR, it showed Braden Movic the winner. They were both sideways
mean-
across the line, but then they looked at it. Demos was just ahead, you know.
it's so close. I feel hesitant to overrule iRacing just because it's like virtually nothing. like this top
How do you get a
view-
roof camera?
What?
How do you get on top? How do you get like straight above?
I'm just moving the camera manually because I'm trying to see the angle because
Yes.
I don't have one. I mean, from this, it
What
kind of
if-
looks like Condra's ahead. Like,
Even if I get to win, get the win, Marty, you can choose the next race.
Wait, guys, I
No.
might have something. I might have a solution here
oh boy.
to actually look at the frame. Let me try this. Just give me like a minute here.
Definitely gonna save that.
All
replay.
right.
This is definitely not a review I thought we would be having tonight. I thought it would be who are we going to ban / suspend this week.
Yeah, that was really close.
Trying to get back to the final lap.
All right, guys. I might have answers here. I might have a pausable moment here on the line.
Did you like clip it and then go through to look at the frame?
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna see if I can get a better angle than this.
Garza's in that race?
I mean, I want to play this fair. I just, it's so close.
I mean,
All right, guys. I think I have a solid view of it right at the line. Here, go to general chat. Wait, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So take a look in general chat there. That's right at the line.
Kind of.
Now look who's closest to the black tiles in terms of car. Like my right front is like right. I mean, that's pretty hard to do. Let me see if I can do the same thing for a different view.
From that one, it almost. I want to say Condra.
And let me get the turn TV2 angle. Well, Elliot's got that yellow splitter that just makes it.
Well, even if we're
Easier
just
to
going
tell.
off
I
the
got a
nose
gray
on
splitter.
that one, it's so hard to tell because your car is at an angle compared to his.
yeah.
All right, guys. This is gonna be my last angle to send to you guys here once I get this.
We should just like go with iRacing and then you could choose the next race.
I mean, I think that's a fair compromise considering the
bro.
circumstances. But I understand why you'd be like not okay with that.
All right, guys. I got a pretty definitive angle here. Pretty
Or
clear.
hear me out. If it's because of the points, we just both get 7.5.
Nah, I got a good solution here, guys, to take a look at this here. If I can
Actually,
just
this
get a
is the
screenshot
only
without moving my name.
situation since we
Oh,
can't
I keep
agree
turning
on
off my phone.
this is the only situation I would be okay giving you both points for the win, just because it's so ridiculously close.
My screenshot. Oh,
Yeah,
I keep shutting up. All right, guys, just hold
We
on.
both get points for the win, and then you can choose the next race.
Yeah, because Barrett has just sent that picture.
All right, guys, I got
Yeah,
it. I got
Barrow's
it here.
Yep.
All right, guys. Look in general. I think this is pretty. I think this really shows it good.
Oh, that's
Elliot.
still so close.
It looks like I'm barely ahead.
Elliot.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
I'll
it's so
concede to that.
close.
Well, can I still let's just do mini stock Michigan, please, bro.
He said
Yeah,
you
just do
could
mini stock
choose.
Michigan.
Well, that
All right,
was
mini stock
definitive
Michigan.
enough. I think Elliot gets the win, and you are second. Like, I don't have
That was-
Photoshop open, but I think I'm gonna say that Elliot definitely.
Yeah. All
won
right.
the race.
Let me see how close I can actually get. Wait. Spanish. All right, guys. I think I can get a better zoomed in view of this to see. I'm pretty sure Elliot had it. It's just unfortunate I couldn't like bang you up one like a little more. Get that.
Yeah.
Well, you do
3
that. We
millionth
are
of a
we
second, but-
100% mini stock Michigan? Because I'll start getting that set
Yes.
up for a minute while
Yes.
we are going back and forth. I mean, I'm not even mad that we're having this discussion because that was an incredible finish. You guys did a very good job. We definitely got to do that car again. I wasn't sure because I felt like it was going to be a wreck fest if we did, but you guys handled yourselves very nicely throughout that race.
I might
Yeah, it's
be
really
able
it's
to.
really an art that car, you know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't sure because
That
I
thing-
know you two can handle it, but there's just some of these guys in here, which actually we've been kind of rooting them out a little bit. But
I
there's
don't
just
know,
a couple
guys.
guys
Now
don't
that I
trust
zoom
them.
it in a little more. No, really. Look at this is the closest I can get to our splitters. That.
Oh, that one almost looks like you have it.
Yeah, I feel like
It's so close. You can't even you can't tell because of my yellow splitter though, because it could be ahead, but it might not be too.
yeah, wow, you smarty on that one. I don't know. Yeah, that one looks like my right front splitter is like in front of his left front splitter, which is sideways, you know.
The sideways part is really what is throwing me off here. Because if you were both dead straight, I think this would be easier to tell.
I don't think it would have, to be honest. I mean, it was so close that like
What setup do mini stocks use for Michigan?
I think Marty, you
It's
used
gonna be Charlotte.
yeah, Charlotte.
Charlotte Oval. What,
All right, guys. I'm gonna try to put the camera on the ground so I can figure this out.
We're like making him lose his mind.
This is insane.
Guys, I've lost so many COT races in dumb ways, and I'm gonna
Try
get
and
to the
get the
bottom of
moon
this.
car set up. Maybe
mean-
we'll have some tighter racing with that.
To those of
All right,
you
guys.
still-
This could be the angle. This could be
Oh.
the view, guys, that determines it. All right.
This could be the view. This could be the view.
I'm like right on the ground here. You can look at the banking. Guys, their start finish line is freaking not even lined up all the way. Oh, I messed it up. All right, guys, my bad. All right, this should be it now. Their start finish line is jagged. It's not even straight all the way across.
We need like when will
You really
iRacing
zoom
have
in
like
on
the
it.
laser camera that they used at Kansas?
All right,
I mean,
need
the stats don't lie, man. 3/10,000ths of a second.
I mean that's
I don't know, bro.
ridiculous.
That's insane.
That's like
What's
like 10
crazier
times
is that
closer
just
than the closest finish we had, which was like 2 1,000ths. Like
what's
that's ridiculous.
crazier is that's as far as the JSON file goes. It
Just-
could be Wyatt Blair. I'm changing all my splitters to red.
Guys, unfortunately, this little angle here when you're on the ground, it doesn't work because
He
you're too
matched the red
close.
line to exact pixels of the yellow line, and he said I'm ahead by about 1 to 2 pixels.
All right, guys, I just give up.
That's
Elliot
insane.
wins.
Oh
But
my
let's just do
gosh.
mini stock Michigan, guys.
Well, I don't know why you're fighting. He said we would do that. Like he conceded
Well-
that a while ago. I'm not sure why this has kept going.
I'm just disappointed, you know. I mean,
I mean, if you're
Thought I
gonna
had that,
lose,
guys.
you did everything right. You ran the perfect race. You just came down to about a millimeter short.
Guys, I hate to lose COT races. You know, it's just
I mean, from what it sounds like, after such a great finish like this, we should put it back on the schedule next week.
I mean, if the drivers are good with that, I just want to keep them happy. You know?
We
We're
should
just
do
here to
like
have fun. That was a fun race for me to watch, and I know you guys are having a good time probably with the way
guys,
that
is
you
the
were
session
racing.
going up?
Just double checking that I didn't do anything stupid and making sure that we're not doing a night race at a track that doesn't have lights again. Which it's sad that we're to this point tonight, honestly. Okay. It should be going up momentarily.
yes, Barrett survived. Let's go.
and the Discord has lost its mind.
Did I stutter? All right, Cameron. All right, Cameron.
Well, what did you, besides the photo finish, what were you guys feeling during that race? It seemed like you were able to make a lot of aggressive moves.
You could like I could make them, but it was really difficult to make them stick. But that's just the car. And that's just me having a skill issue, so
Aaron is going to come back tomorrow and wonder what the heck happened.
yeah.
Which, that one's I'm definitely going to clip farm that for a while. I have never seen that
Clip
before.
farming. Bro.
Well, we got to grow the series somehow. I didn't think it was that close until I looked at the scoring and it just said 0.
Yeah.
That's the
That
first time
was-
I've ever had that on my scoring. Because it like refreshed and for a split second it had Dryling in the lead and I knew that wasn't right. And then it went to 0 and I thought that wasn't right for a second. And then it's like you with the win. Which I think we have conclusive enough evidence there that we're going to just score Marty. in
Oh,
second place.
All right, guys, how's it going?
I don't think that's the closest finish in iRacing history. Although, I don't know. When you get to like the 10,000s, it's like the difference between a little bit and a little bit
All
less.
right, guys, yo, you guys got me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, is the session up yet?
Yep, it is up now.
All right, GG, Elliot, was fun. We'll see you guys in.
Yep.
Just abruptly leaves. Do you want to hang out in the booth for a minute while we get the practice? And he left. Okay. Well, we are loading into the session, getting everything set up. Mini stocks at Michigan. It looks like we lost most of the chat while we were having our official review. But we will be doing this one final race. Hopefully get a good field. I mean, that was an incredible finish to that race. Just everything about it. That was one awesome race to watch. Definitely one of the best ones we've put on so far. The history of our series. Super fun. Glad we did that combo. We're definitely going to be running that again soon. Just very, very entertaining. Working on getting all the overlays set up correctly. And only going to be a 20-lap race. Again, here at Michigan. couple of drivers filing into the session. A little bit of a curveball going from the most powerful car on one of the most powerful oval cars of the sim to a glory. Looks like we got the stream back up. We're having a little bit of a problem with it. So we are back sim side. You have to refresh the paint schemes real quick. Think we got the paint schemes the way they're supposed to be. Only 5 minutes remaining in the practice for this one. Final race of the night. Yep, looks like the stream is back working. I just wanted to double check I got everything correct. So the final race of the night here at Michigan with the mini stocks. Looks like we have 11 cars on the grid. Just want to double check we got everything working right. We're having some problems with the stream not wanting to cooperate. Still got 10 viewers. Only 2.5 minutes remaining now in the practice session. Couple cars on track. Gotta be interesting to see how this one plays out. I don't think we're gonna have a photo finish better than the one we just had. I actually forgot to send the announcement that the session was up. Still gonna have 5 minutes for qualifying. So everybody gets a chance to qualify. Not very loud race cars we're running here. I got one car on the track. That's Wyatt Blair. You see Lidkey driving on pit road. Less than a minute left. We're just gonna get on to qualifying. Well, here we go. One final qualifying run for the night. 11 cars in the race, 20 laps ahead of us. Gonna be a great way to end a great night of racing. This track races very much like a super speedway with these cars, so definitely gonna be a big pack of cars running together for most of it. You see Marty Shimela heading out on track for his qualifying lap. The mini stock is so small that at these bigger tracks at higher speeds, it just feels completely out of control. So you also got Austin Russell on the track. Wyatt Blair as well. Cameron Face again, driving the number 80 machine. Nathan Barrows in the 90. See Dylan Dreiling, Patrick Connell, Benjamin Shibota, and Aiden Howard. Making up the field for the final race. Russell to the top of the board, going to be passed by Connell. Shimela to fourth, but still having to complete his second lap. Might have just been setting it up. Through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway to complete his qualifying lap. Down on the apron. And Shimela to second on the board. Dreiling going to beat him out by almost a tenth. Only a minute left in qualifying here. Still a couple cars making their way around the track. Bears is doing burnouts over in, I believe, in 3 and 4. You got Wyatt Blair still working his way around. Gonna crash his way into the inside wall. Connell still sitting on pit road. Shibota blew his motor. And that's going to be all for qualifying. And we're ready to get things started for the final race of the night. Nathan Barrows and Dylan Dreiling going to lead us to green once again. Those two have started on the front row for, I think, 2 of the 4 races tonight. I was wrong when I said this was a 20-lap race. It's only a 15-lapper, so not a real long race to finish it off. So they're all getting gridded. The rest of the field on the grid. And we're ready to finish off tonight's Super Nitro. Hopefully we can end it with a bang, but I don't know if we're going to get much more of a bang than the finish we just got at Talladega. And here we go. 11 cars, 15 laps, mini stocks at Michigan. First time we've ever used this car on here for Nitro. We did run it the one night that I I broadcasted SimStock. We had another really close finish on that race as well. In the meantime, trying to finish off tonight. Been a great night of racing so far. 2 photo finishes, total domination by Matteo Mitchell, and then extra fun race to finish it off because we hit 20 likes on the stream. See Barrows aggressively warming his tires on the inside. He's been up at the front in every race we've done so far. Surprised he hasn't been able to get to the win. Side by side, heading out of turn 4. Barrows and Dreiling leading us to the field once again. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are racing at Michigan. A little bit stacked up on the start, but we're going to keep it clean. Dreiling to the outside. Barrows to the inside. Nose to tail throughout the field. Face tries to make it 3 wide. He's going to get loose. Dreiling gets moved up the track. There are cars everywhere in 1 and 2. Dreiling way out of line. And Barrows has the momentum. Shamela to the outside with a push from the 88 of Wyatt Blair. You have the 15 of Russell making a move. Contact made. Barrows into the grass. He's going to hold on to it. Slides back onto the track. Everyone keeps it straight, and we will keep it green. Coming around to complete lap 1 of 15. Still a large pack of cars, but a very tough break for Barrows. You got Dreiling still by himself on the top line. Wyatt Blair working together very hard with Marty Shamela. They have face behind him. Dreiling actually making a move on the top side and a huge hit behind them. Russell around. Also got Shibota destroyed as well. They're going to get off of the track. We still got a lead pack, so we're going to keep it green. Couple cars on pit road. Only 9 laps to go at the line. Having some problems with the stream. Not sure what's going on there. And the green flag back out in the air. We're side by side for the lead. Face ahead, Connell behind, Dreiling on his bumper once again. 3 cars nose to tail in both the top and bottom lane, trying to work together. Blair, Shamela, and Connell able to get a much better push going down the back straightaway, but they made contact. And Connell to the lead. Only going to be 7 laps to go at the line. 4 wide in the middle of the pack, and we're still fighting for the lead. Cars going into the grass. A couple of them all the way down on the apron on the entry of the corner. Connell gets loose on entry. Shamela tries to turn under him. We got Wyatt Blair who's outside. Face making it 3 wide, and we're 3 wide for the lead. Down the back straightaway. Still 4 wide. Contact being made. Face completely sideways. Head on into the outside wall. Only 1 car around. We're going to keep it green. Marty Shamela to the outside. Has Barrows and Blair to his inside. Only 6 laps to go. Some great racing out of these mini stocks. Three wide down the back straightaway. The 10 of Howard gives a huge push to Dreiling. Those two have been working together well all night. Still have the Marty Shamela Motorsports gang behind them and Wyatt Blair. They're all getting nose to tail. Connell gives a huge shot to the rear end of Wyatt Blair. Not able to get him going anywhere with it. And we're still racing side by side for the lead. We're getting sideways into 1 and 2. Only 5 laps to go. Shimela pushing Howard into the lead. He looks to the inside as we enter turn 3. Connell makes contact and he's going to get into the outside wall. Able to keep it straight. And they're single file at the front now. 3 cars on the outside lane. You got Dreiling, Lidkey, and Barrows. Shimela goes inside of Howard. Dreiling to the outside. Lidkey looks to make it 4 wide, thinks better of it, tries to get Howard to push. Shimela has the lead, but there are a lot of guys behind him who want it. And a 2-car tandem on the top side with Dreiling and Barrows. And we're still 3 wide. Everyone's side by side at the front. Only 3 laps remaining. Whoever's going to get the win here is going to have to fight for it. Wyatt Blair gets loose on the entry of the corner. Howard's in the middle. Dreiling on the outside still with Barrows. They're going to get separated. 4 wide for the lead. Shimela gets behind Howard. He's going to give him a push. Blair on the inside with help from Lidkey. Dreiling's still running the top lane. He is making ground down the straightaways up there. And Blair's going to make contact hard into the outside wall. Going to get into Howard. And that's going to bring out the caution. And this race is going to be going into overtime. A hard hit for Wyatt Blair and Aiden Howard in turn 4. Both of them limping their cars back to the pit lane. Gonna take a look at the replay of what happened there. Just looked like a bad push. Blair was starting to look more out of control in the corners and then got a little bit sideways and overcorrected after a little bit of a tap from Howard, and they go hard into the outside wall. Fortunately didn't collect anyone else, but that was a hellacious smash into the outside safer barrier in turn 4. So that brings out the second caution of this race. Fortunately, both of them have a faster pair, so they're definitely still in it with the only being 11 cars in the race. Well, with that, Mason Lidkey inherits the lead. And he has Marty Shimela behind him. And we have reached overtime, so this is going to be our first of 2 overtime attempts. If we do hit the second overtime, there will be no cautions thrown, as it is a sudden death overtime to settle it on the winner of the race. So going to want to keep that in mind, because if we do get to the second overtime, it is going to be a no-holds-barred street fight here in Michigan. Still side by side, heading around turn 4. Who's gonna get it done at Michigan? Into the tri-oval they go. Green flag back out of the air. We are racing in overtime. 3 wide behind the 2 leaders. Everyone jockeying for position, trying to set up the run for the finish. Russell going to get to the outside. Dreiling giving Shamela a push in the middle, and Shibota helping Lidke on the bottom. Three wide down the back straightaway. Shibota looked like he tried to make it forward for a second, but didn't have the momentum. Getting a push from Wyatt Blair. Lidke throws a block, makes contact. He's going to slide up the track. 4 wide, 5 wide. And Lidke's going to make contact. Russell's going to make contact. Still the lead pack. I think we're going to keep it green. Coming to the white flag, and Shibota has the lead. Is he too far out? A lot of cars coming from behind. Shibota gets sideways. Connell makes contact with him. They're going to make contact again. Bouncing off of Barrows. Wyatt Blair to the lead. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Shibota going to try to make a move into turn 3. He dives to the inside. Slides up the track. That opens the door for Cameron Face. Contact made. Face gets out of control. He's going to make contact. Barrows to the outside. Blair to the outside. Contact made. Dylan Dreiling able to get it, and Wyatt Blair flips across the line. Wow. Bearhose crosses the line in reverse, and Dylan Dreiling able to get the victory. What a finish. We're going to have to take another look at that. They were all just crashing across the line. Dreiling on the bottom. It looked like Shibota just got out of control. Then I don't know what he was doing there. Just kind of hooks the 44 and destroys everybody on the top side. Was shaping up to be a good finish until that happened. And Wyatt Blair with a horrible hit into the outside wall actually crosses the line upside down. Well, a chaotic way to end that one. We're going to get Dreiling up in the booth for an interview. Hey, Dylan, it's LDogg in the booth. You got me?
Hello.
Well,
That was an awesome race.
finally able to get it done tonight after running at the front. What did you think of the way that played out?
I think that went well. I thought I was doomed, and then especially when I went in the grass, but I survived. I thought that was fun. All the races were fun. That was great.
Well, glad you're having fun here. That's why we put it on, just to give everybody a good time. I'm going to start winding down the stream now. Do you got anybody you'd like to shout out before we kind of turn it off for the night?
Shout out Pookie, Nathan Barrows. And thank you for streaming and putting on these races. That was great.
Well, congrats again, your first win. Hopefully you'll be the first of many on here.